Hello, I'm EnterElysium, and this is just some general gaming news. Now, two things today. Firstly, Microsoft is shutting down the Xbox Entertainment Studio. So, you know that when the Xbox One was announced, they were kind of like, TV, sports, didn't mention gaming. It was all really about TV and sports. They've now done a lot of 360, 180 on a lot of their points on stuff like, always online, etc. This is another one of those. They have basically shut down, or are going to shut down in the coming months, Xbox Entertainment Studios, which is the place that was going to do all their original sort of series and basically TV series, but for Xbox. So you could watch them on Xbox, and you'd have to get an Xbox to watch them. So Xbox TV, you get where this is going. And they're now saying, actually, we're going to lay off the entire department mostly. What they will do is they will continue to do, I think they said a couple of projects, including the Halo live-action TV show will be going along, and Halo, was it Nightfall or something? The Halo thing they want to do for Xbox One will be going along, and there is a documentary on the Atari which will be going along. But other than that, they're pretty much laying off the entire department. So we've seen a lot of flip-flopping with Microsoft on a number of these issues with the Xbox One, and it was generally considered by pretty much everyone that the Xbox One's reveal went awfully because they went, sports! TV! And it was like, well, this is a games console, guys. And they were like, but TV! It's like, yes, people playing on an Xbox will have a TV already. They kind of already know, oh, but interactive TV! It's like, well, yes, but most people can do smart TVs now. I mean... So there's that. A personal bugbear for mine is that most of the functions of the whole Xbox, look, you can do these amazing things. Those only work inside the US. So I know most of my user base, or viewer base, are like US. So yeah, you can use it, but the vast majority of the world can't use a lot of those functions, and it's kind of a case of, why should anyone buy an Xbox on those grounds? So this is Xbox basically going, we made a mistake with the TV thing, we're going to shut our TV studio down. Which I guess is a good thing. It's nice of them to sort of, well, they didn't admit it, they're kind of at least turning around on that one, so it's yet another sign that we were right as gamers all along, and it's a games console. The downside is, of course, that they're, well, we did the right thing all along kind of attitude is a little bit disconcerting for customers. Now, the second thing, I'm actually going to be able to say some good things about EA. I know this hurts my throat to say, but I'm going to say some good things about EA. So, there was a recent post on Reddit that linked to a number of Steam developers or Valve developers, people who don't work for Valve directly, but they do a lot of things for the outside games, or they monitor a lot of the pages and so on. And basically, these are people who found bugs with Valve software, so things like Steam and so on, and then tried to report it to Valve, and found that actually Valve doesn't have a very good security response system. They've said that the email address, security at Valve or whatever it is possibly only actually monitored by one person. They have no bug bounty system. Now, bug bounty system is basically a system where if you find bugs and you report it to whoever and you document it, do all this, then they will pay you an amount. It's something like, I think it's $100,000 to $20,000 depending on the bug with Google. Facebook have a minimum $500 bug bounty. So these are pretty good sums of money, and it's a good way of incentivizing people who are otherwise not connected to you, who can look at things from a different angle and so on, to basically look at your software and find bugs, and these bugs could be really important. And pretty much all big companies use it. I mean, Facebook use it, Google use it, Yahoo use it. Yahoo, big company. But you get the point, that it's a very common practice. Now, Valve don't have this. Valve have, occasionally, depending on what they're looking at, they might give you like some sort of skin or item or something for your character in-game. But there isn't any bug bounty system. And they've actually said in this open letter to Valve that unfortunately, some people sometimes when they've reported bugs have actually had been punished for it. I'm not exactly sure why this is, or the exact cases of that. That seems a bit weird. Now, Valve is an actual company that is more profitable per employee than Google, and we have a history of going, Valve, you kind of have shit customer service. I mean, we love Steam, we love some of your stuff, you don't have customer service particularly much. A lot of it is botted. So, they're kind of not a great company for actually having a customer service department. They pretty much don't have one, and actually they don't put a lot of money into it, and it's kind of a long time behind. However, we look at competitors, say Origin, and I know, EA, we're not meant to like Origin. However, Origin actually has phone support, it has live chat support, And they have a policy that in 24 hours, if you say, can I have my money back for this game, they'll take the game off your account and give you the money back. Valve have none of that. So, actually, Valve are kind of falling behind on this one. And I know that, we're meant to love Valve for a number of reasons, but we have to accept that sometimes Valve are kind of being greedy. And one thing that really scares me out of all this is that in the open letter they mentioned the fact that Valve took 24 hours to patch out the Heartbleed bug, which came out a few months ago. So Heartbleed was an issue with OpenSSL, where someone could basically send data to the server and get the server to repeat you a lot more data from previous sessions, so that you could basically get people's session logs and ID and passwords and stuff and all this information, right? Apparently, according to the open letter, these people who, concerned citizens, effectively, have found that a number of these problems had been exploited by hackers during the 24-hour time period it took Valve to respond to the Heartbleed problem. And actually that Valve have not at all told people to change passwords, not end users or Steam partners, people with games on Steam. And they've actually been compromised. So that is very worrying. Personally, I'm going to change my Steam password pretty much after I've done this video, just in case. But it's a bit worrying that Valve haven't either disclosed that, haven't told people to change their password, which is common practice after an issue like this. Whether it's important or not, whether someone has actually got hold of data or not, just to make sure people change passwords. I mean, that's the sensible option. There is no loss there. So it's a bit iffy that Valve have failed to do that. Now Valve have responded and said, okay, well, security is important to us. Valve have set up a page off of their main website called Security. It says, please respond and send to this email address, which is the same email address that in the open letter they said they think is monitored by only one person, and replies take a long time. I don't think Valve have fully got the gist of a lot of these things. They've also said that they're not going to implement a cache bug bounty system, which seems a little bit greedy to me, considering that they are effective. Google uses them, Facebook uses them. I'm sorry, Valve. I do love a lot of your stuff, and I will be watching the Dota tournament tonight. But you are a little bit greedy. Anyway, I've been EnterElysium, and as always, stay shiny.